Revelio.
Potions is dull and charms is dire. Nothing's as clever as playing with fire. Ooh, such fun!
Revelio. Venite. Revelio. Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Fine now, demiguise.
Revelio. Also. Revelio.
Now, was it too interesting?
Revelio. 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 Revelio.
You can't imagine how we can... Revelio. Aloha Mora.
can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so...
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly.
Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you why Victor Rookwood's after me. He's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig's asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about what we saw back at Horntail Hall. Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were...
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do.
Yes, of course. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to...
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all three of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific...
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he meant. I'll let you know what I find.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hog's Head. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in... And Otto Dibble, he was...
What sort of information?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow. We simply need to know.
Very well. I'll speak...
I knew I could read. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rook. Meet me here after you. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Revelio. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Hello, Homora.
Revelio. Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him, as Mr. Bickle asked...
Perhaps. But...
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence.
Before my extraordinary one, as a surprise for her birthday, one day Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found... I watched helplessly. I was shaken.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you...
I suppose I have no... Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
Now... The Bickles are the two friends.
Revelio.
Mrs. Rabe, sure.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my...
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found the note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider help, but the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give.
Why wouldn't Harlow
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis.
Have you helped Harlow?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco. That said, I was hoping...
Are you sure the note means that you're...
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, it may sound silly, but those were Isco's...
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now...
I shall do all I can.
Very well. Here's the note I received.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when, you know, I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned...
What was in the note?
We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no answer.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened. He said, your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often. I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has...
What have you been doing?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to come... Of course, none of the...
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack.
He's a lovely man. But when I'd lose my job.
Thank you for...
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in it. As for Rosie's letter, should...
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Revelio.
He must be around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. The hidden door.
Revelio.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Using that girl as bait. Coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Yes, they did mistakes, but I can't complain. If I'm to think of it, we've seen far worse.
Nothing even worth speaking in Murrenween.
They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them what was all like down there.
Rookwood will reward us for our...
Last time I saw you coming,
Perhaps it's dinner I'm hearing.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. Throw that back.
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend. If they're daft enough to try.
When we're done here, I'm going straight to the Hogsmeade. When you have a close like
Hey,
Hello? Someone there?
thought you could hide from me, did ya? Now to finish the job. Expulso! I quit now, while you're still alive. What are you doing?
Revelio.
Get, I shall end you! That's just the beginning. Had enough?
then. What are you, shy? Thought you could hide from me, did ya? Expulso! You can do
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Revelio.
He must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Raven.
Over here. I need your help.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you.
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not...
I shall do my best.
It's nearby.
Understood.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there. Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found...
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you. We owe our lives to your bravery. I wanted to separate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay. Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these...
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had them. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe, to blackmail his wife and...
I will look into... I appreciate what you're trying to do.
Yes, Officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave... Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
wonderful to see you back here. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travels. Oh, perhaps today you have something you'd like Penny to sell for you?
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant... Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything...
I understand. Very well. I'll find some...
Good. I shall meet you in my...
Headmaster's office. Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do. This must be the Dirical den that Miss Moffat told me about. Now where is Granira?
Levioso!
Got her! Now I need to let Miss Moffat know. Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Oh, hello. Any luck finding Gwynaira?
Miss Moffat, I caught Gwynaira.
That's incredible.
Not too bad, if you know what you're doing.
Don't be so humble. Well, may I have her now?
Yes, but I'll be expecting payment first.
I suppose that's fair. She has such and she'll have a good life too. Thank you so much for bringing me Gwynaira. I shall keep her safe.
Hello, Hamora.
Revelio.
Mine now, demiguise. Hello, Hamora.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Reb and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Revelio.
Hello, sir.
I have all the time in the world for a potential.
I'd like to ask...
Of course.
Have you heard rumors?
Try to avoid them when I... However, I did see a poacher.
I'd like to...
Well, I did some work with the ministry. It had to do with the usage of mandrakes. But after a time, I saw...
What do you have?
Ah, yes. What can I do for you? Be sure to visit again. Always...
Hello, sir.
I have all the time in the...
What do you have?
Ah, yes. What can I do for you? Be sure to visit again. Always brightens my day helping you young ones.
who lives here. Hello, madam. Is everything all right?
I'm simply beside myself since Rococo...
I'm sorry to...
Thank you. Whilst on our morning they say that Henrietta was a paranoid. As we drew near, the mornings... I've been worried...
Why did Henrietta...
Henrietta was a baroness who married suspicion, hence the terrifying traps throughout...
Why don't you just...
Henrietta's hideaway is... I love...
I'll keep it...
Oh, if someone does find him in the hideaway... What do you... What's brought you here today?
That hideaway does sound intriguing. Perhaps I should investigate, for Rococo's sake. Aloha Mora. Aloha Mora. Castle must have been quite stately in its time.
Revelio.
The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
I'm over here.
Hello again, Imelda.
Obviously. evidently too far for more. They should be begging me to keep these. I'm surprised,
That's...
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by. And in my experience. Anyway, don't let it go.
We'll soon see how I...
Get ready to.
This is going well. Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself. Too bad. That was quite something.
Impressive work today, but my family's not going to believe.
Do you get your competitiveness?
You could say that. Well, he was a chaser for Slytherin, but had to stop after a curse. And me... Something about the
Will you keep running?
I'll race them myself. You're welcome to run. Anyway.
I take it...
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. As for a team, when I'm finished with school, herbology perhaps?
It's been fun.
It has been. You're an asset. You take care of yourself.
I should let Mr. Weeks know that this was his best upgrade yet.
How's my favourite test flyer? Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Hello again, Mr. Wheat.
Fantastic!
The best upgrade yet. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can
Of course! Should have at last.
What will you do after?
I aim to make Spintwitch, and I wouldn't mind. Couldn't be more pleased we made.
I shall look forward.
I'll be sure to send you. Couldn't have done this without you.
Good.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even.
If she knew more about...
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would...
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland.
What exactly happened?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone...
Galloping?
He could become the most majestic giraffe. And we were on our way home. One of them saw me, just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted, and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck. As he fell, my father changed back into... and then he was gone.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. My mother and I tried to go on a few years later.
Do you think taking down the act?
No. Vengeance is not... He and my mother. I know there is risk involved.
What does your mother think about?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She misses him. But that does not...
Do you think your father...
Oh my, that is a good question. But I think he, of all people, and I think he would...
I'm sorry, Natty.
He was. We all have our burden.
Yes, I remember.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end. And once he is gone, we are making progress. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Revelio. Revelio.
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald's...
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruit. Now, time is of the essence. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet...
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only... you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this right.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
The headmaster?
Gareth! Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather...
I'm looking for my...
the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to...
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient.
What? But, sir...
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Ah! Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children!
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany.
Ah, yes! Mixed with,
Are you feeling all right, sir?
I assure you, I am quite healthy, Gaunt.
Something is very wrong with Professor Black. Dittany pupils. Moustache paste.
Ah! 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 Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not... We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? I have a good mind to write to the...
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
I tried to.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is in,
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWL.
charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that make...
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as...
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact... Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
I wonder almost daily...
Professor, a word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never...
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is...
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone. Even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Of course I remember.
Is Master giving Scrope...
But certainly I remember. It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you. Ahem! Attention, students! I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the stunning... Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
I'm truly awed by what we've accomplished. The final broom upgrade is better than even I expected. Stop by Spintwitches when you can.
Revelio. Revelio.
You wouldn't have an extra...
The young today are...
Oh, hello again. Couldn't have perfected the broom upgrades without your help. As always, I have a special prize for you. I truly enjoyed working with you. Thank you for believing in me.
What's the point of toiling if it can be done with...
Revelio.
It is wonderful to see you back here. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travel.
Who lived here, I wonder?
Lumos. Alohomora. Lumos. Alohomora.
Might be interesting to see where this leads.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Confringo.
I saw footprints in the forest tonight.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. Arresto momentum.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. I should investigate.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
This looks intriguing.
Stop right there! Or I'll make you stop!
I'm ready to rock.
Afraid to face me?
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. This place has seen better days.
Revelio.
The Ashwinders cannot be allowed to run roughshod.
Is everything all right?
Olivier, the vermin disrupting. It appeared that the
Sylvana...
head rat. But Selwyn, I'm at my...
Sylvana...
Selwyn's one of Rookwood's lieutenants.
Where is
Clagmar Castle.
What's so dangerous?
They're not your typical... They would not leave port. She was ready to...
I could take...
Goodness! But I'm offering it. I only want Cragcroft to go back to normal. I'm...
Confringo!
Almost!
That's the student who uses strange magic.
This could prove...
Revelio.
Seems the coward left. You seem fond of dark magic.
That was pitiful. Oh, defense and mirror.
Quick, I'll find ya.
I'd like... Of course. I'd like... Oh,